Men and women saying that they're on their phone too much, they play too much video games, they go out too much on Friday and Saturday nights, they prefer drinking with their friends, whatever the case is. We know that men will stay in a very miserable relationship because of the love that he has for the woman and the memory of her. There are a lot of relationships where men just daily wake up and feel disgust from their woman, like towards them from their woman, disappointment, frustration. The man can never do anything right. It's always nagging. I've asked you to do this 40 times. I don't understand why you can't just fucking do it. And then when that woman is with their children, he gets a glimpse of the woman he fell in love with. She's funny, she's being silly, she's laughing, goofy, she's sparkling, she's being loving and nurturing and compassionate and understanding. And then when her attention is once again directed at the man, it's the disgust, the disappointment. I can't stand looking at you. And then my mind went to, do men stay in relationships because they're able to experience the woman they loved in 30-minute bursts because she's with their children? Both men and women.
Okay, so I think that's true in a lot of ways. I think a lot of guys do stay in relationships where the chemistry is just gone, the love is just gone, the respect is just gone. I know a lot of men, I hear this argument all the time that a lot of men will say, I stayed in a relationship because of our kids. Some men are married. We all know in this country that once you get divorced, 9 times out of 10, a man's finances is going to be ruined in most cases, to where that man is going to have to start all over from scratch financially. That's number 2. That could be the second reason why a lot of men stay in these kinds of relationships. And I'm all for keeping a family together. And the reality of it is also this, that when you do get into a long-term relationship, let's say a marriage, in which today in 2023, I would not suggest getting married in 2023 unless you find something that's very rare. And that's something that's very hard to find. But when you are in long-term relationships, you got to understand that, it's not always going to be peaches and cream in a relationship. You're going to have good times. You're going to have bad times. You're going to have times where you dislike each other. You're going to have times where you don't want to look at each other. And then you're going to have times where you work together and you make things happen for the household and for the family. But you have to have that balance. It can't be all one-sided. Because many times when a woman has this attitude towards a man, especially a man, and men, listen to this. If you're a man that's in a relationship or in a marriage, the game doesn't stop right there. In fact, the game evolves. And what I mean by that is many men and women, but I'm talking to my men right now, stop taking care of themselves after a certain point of time in marriage or in a long-term relationships, particularly in marriage. Men stop taking care of themselves. They stop going to the gym. They let their health deteriorate. They don't stay clean. They don't keep the fresh cut. They don't keep the swag. They don't keep the drip. They don't keep, you know what I'm saying? They don't keep the fashion right. They let all of these things go. And you can't do that. You have to always, even in a marriage, in a relationship, you have to still be improving yourself, because you want your woman to be clear and to know that, hey, if my dude left me, he can get somebody like that, because he just a well-kept, put-together brother like that. And so I say all that to say, you want to always keep your woman on your toes. It don't matter how long y'all been married. You have to continue to keep your woman on your toes. You want to continue to have your woman looking at you like, damn, my dude, shit, you know, she still finds you attractive. She still finds you as a competitor in the dating market if you so choose to do so. You have to always remember that. And so when you get women, and that includes, hey, stay on top of your money too. Stay on top of your money too. So yeah, marriage is a business, and I understand that businesses don't always go well and businesses have their seasons. But it just can't be winter all goddamn year. It can't be like Alaska all year. You did? If that's the case, if you have kids or if you're married, then I would say that you may have to bite that bullet and get a divorce. You may have to maybe not get a divorce, maybe separate. But this is one thing I know for sure. You can't stay in a situation solely for kids. And I know that sounds selfish. And I know that and some people might look at it like that. But hear me out. If you have a toxic relationship with your wife or with your woman or with your kid's mother, and the kids grow up seeing this type of relationship, then that's going to affect them as well. So either way, the kids lose in that particular type of situation. But if you're just a dude that's sitting back and allowing your woman to treat you like a piece of shit, then that's a sign that you need to get your ass up and you need to bounce, because the respect ain't there no more. She lost all respect for you for one reason or another. Most likely because either she look at you like a beta male provider, or you don't respect yourself, you ain't keeping your shit together, or you just ain't on top of your shit. Whatever the case is, she lost respect for you. And once a woman lose respect for you like that, man, it's really nowhere else to go but to hit the door. It ain't nowhere else to go but to hit the door. You feel me? And that's real. And a lot of times when you do that and when you start getting back on your shit, then that woman might think about some things if she really, you know what I'm saying, if she was really down with you like that. But men, don't stay in no depressed ass relationship, man, because you feel like that's all you can get. And that's another thing. I know a lot of men feel like, well, shit, if I leave, then I'm going to have to actually go out and talk to some women and start a whole nother. I have to be good at talking to women. I have to know how to hold a conversation with a woman. It's fear. A lot of men stay in those type of situations behind fear. And many women don't care, because many women know that it don't take but a snap of a finger for her to have another dude if they don't already have one in their back pockets already. And so most women, it don't matter or not to them if the relationship goes south or shit. Then that's the thing. Whenever it's like negotiation, right? Whoever is not tied to needing that deal to happen is the person with more power. And that's the same with a woman. We all know that the woman has the power of the box. But men, you have to also recognize that your value goes way beyond that. Don't reduce yourself to living like that just to have some live-in box. Because she ain't gonna give it to you the same. She gonna treat you like it's a chore. And at the end of the day, bro, if that's all you looking forward to is to have some live-in box from a woman that's disrespecting you on that kind of level, then maybe you need to get some professional help, because it's definitely something wrong. So if y'all in that type of situation, man, hey, get out now. And I'm out this bitch.